Hey, welcome to the Health Hour. This is Mike Sasser. I'm your host for the next hour of what I like to say is health news you can use right here on Lone Star Community Radio. Appreciate you tuning in today and checking out the show and see what all is going on. I'll tell you a little bit about what's happening on the show today here in just a minute. But first, I'd like to tell you how you can be a part of the Health Hour, how you can get in touch with me and send your questions, send your comments, suggestions. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the show, we're always looking for sponsors. And, hey, if you happen to work like in the health area, health, fitness, anything like that, nutrition wise and stuff. That's kind of what the show is all about. And, might even be able to work out having you as a guest on the show. So how do you do that? How do you get involved with the Health Hour here on Community Lone Star Radio is you get in touch with me, Mike Sasser, at MikeSasser.com. That's www.Mike, MikeSasser.com. And on my website there, I have a link that's called Contact Mike. You click on that. So you're like 2 clicks away. And then there's a page, and my email is there. So you can email me directly. You can also have a link to my Facebook and hit me up on Facebook, and then guess what? I'm also on Twitter. Now, I don't do a whole heck of a lot with Twitter. I tweet every now and then and whatnot, but if you're a big Twitter person out there, you can hit me there on Twitter as well, and let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what's on your mind there. And like I said, hey, be a part of the Health Hour. We do this show. It's live every Wednesday at 1 p.m., coming to you from right here live downtown Conroe. Looking out there at what is a hot day. I parked across the street, and I mean, just walking in, it's like, the heat just almost takes your breath away. So let me start out the Health Hour by giving a health advisory, okay? If you are out there and you're having to work in this heat, please, by all means, hydrate yourself. If possible, take some cool down breaks. Get it in the shade, at least for a few minutes. If you can get in the air conditioner, even better. But it's very hot, it's very humid, and it's very easy to dehydrate in this type of heat. So if you notice, the last few days we've had the heat advisories on the local news channels and things like that, especially a little bit later in the afternoon. So if you're out there, take care of yourself, take care of your health, and hydrate and try to stay cool. So, all right, well, good deal. And again, how do you get in touch with me? MikeSasser.com. And just click on Contact Mike. Boom, you got something that you're listening to the show today, and you want to know what maybe a question about a topic we're talking about, then hit me up, and I will do my very best to get back with you and answer any kind of questions or comments. All right, and hey. If you're just now kind of getting, listening to the show and becoming a listener, and you've missed some shows, because we've been doing this now for maybe about 3 months, and guess what? All the shows they're taped, they're available podcast. You can go to the Lone Star Community Radio website. That's www.irlongstar.com. Look under archive. And you'll find all of the podcasts for the Health Hour, as well as many of the other shows that are on the radio station, that play throughout the week and everything. So, you can check that out. And also at my website, I keep all my podcast links there as well. And when they're posted, I'll let you know on Facebook. And hey, it's a great place to listen. You can go back and listen to the old shows and check out what we've been talking about. So what are we talking about today? Well, I'm going to tell you. I wrote a book. It's kind of how all this came about, but the book's called Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss. It's been out almost a year now. It's published. It's out there on Amazon and all that and everything. And I'm not a physician, not a doctor or anything, but I have always struggled with my weight, and I was able to actually figure it out, so to speak. And believe me, it's not all that complicated. It's I'm not saying weight loss is easy, but I'm saying you can do it with simple and inexpensive foods, and really with a little bit, kind of painless, if you will. And so anyway, that's the book. And I have tried diets in the past, fad diets, and along with some other things as well, and it just never did work for me. So I want to share with you today, why some of these strict diets don't work. I mean, you might lose some weight in the beginning, and I did as well. But you lose interest, you kind of go back to your old habits or whatnot, and guess what? At least for me, the weight always managed to come back on. Now, with the nutritional information and kind of what I did in my book, I've been able to keep the weight off now for 2 years, about 2 years. So it's still an everyday process. It's not like you reach a magic number and all of a sudden, boom, you've solved your weight, overweight problem. But it's a work in progress, and it's a pretty cool deal. So why do strict diets fail? And that's one thing I'm going to talk about today. And, it's summertime. We just talked about how hot it is outside and everything. Summertime. And this is one of my favorite subjects, but summertime superfoods for weight loss. I'm going to talk to you about the foods that, number one, are in season during the summer months. You can find them. They're plentiful. A lot of times you can find them on sale, even at the grocery store. So we're going to talk about the summer foods, superfoods for weight loss, okay? And then I'm going to get into the restaurant reports, which is a weekly feature here. And I get the reports from the Montgomery County health inspectors. These are direct from the inspectors. Every Friday or so, they'll email me the reports they did that week, and so I share with you how some of the restaurants are doing. Some of them they're doing great, like A+, 100% reports, did very well. And then there's some out there that, hey, may not be doing so well. I'm going to share those with you a little bit later in the show, too. And then we'll wrap things up with what I call the weekly grocery ads. And grabbed one of the sales ads from H.E.B. here this morning, brought it in with me, and I'll take a look at it and see what they've got on sale that maybe, kind of healthy choices there for you and your family. So that's what we're talking about this week on the Health Hour. All right? So, again, if you have any questions, comments, you are, feel free to contact me at MikeSasser.com. That's probably the quickest, easiest way to do it. And one more piece of information before I jump into the show is we are currently on the internet, which you're probably listening on your mobile device now, or possibly your computer or whatever, because we're internet. But here in like the next couple of weeks, I believe, we are going to be FM. That's right. You'll be able to find us at FM 104.5 and FM 106.1 right here in Conroe and surrounding areas. So that's exciting news as well. That'd be really, really cool. So, all right, let's get started, shall we? Why do these strict diets fail us? Or perhaps a better way to say it is, why do we fail them? Why do they not work? And if you've ever been on any type of diet where, especially it's a restrictive type diet, where, you're restricting maybe a food group, there's a bunch of them out there, and there's a lot of them that say, well, restrict you from carbs, don't eat any breads and pastas and all that type of stuff. There's some that say don't eat any low fat type diets that are out there, but they're restrictive. They put a lot of restrictions on you. So, first off, one thing that you have to really be aware of is, number one, and some people really believe this, but like they think that you have to starve yourself to lose weight, and that is the exact opposite thing that you want to do. Now, I'll tell you what, a couple of weeks ago, and this is all on my Facebook page. Feel free to look it up on Facebook because I posted it. I put it out there in public domain for everybody to see. But I actually noticed that my weight was kind of creeping back up, and so I went back to my book, got back into my information, and I challenged myself on Facebook. I posted my weight, what I weighed in on a Saturday morning, and then 1 week later I weighed back in, and I had knocked off about 8 pounds in that week. Now, okay, mind you, the first day or so, a good bit of that weight was probably, fluid retention and stuff, because quite frankly, I had been doing a lot of cheat meals. I had been eating a lot of high sodium restaurant food, and just kind of enjoying myself. So, I had retained some fluid and stuff. So the first thing I did was I knocked out all the sodium out of my diet, and I went back to eating good natural foods and things like that. And, I knocked the weight back off. Okay. So one of the first things that one of my friends, when I posted that on Facebook, they said, "Wow, well, you must have starved yourself all week." I'm like, no, I ate 5 times a day. So starving yourself and not eating enough is certainly one thing that you don't want to do. So if you're looking at any kind of diet out there that restricts you, usually 1,200 calories or less, guess what? Your body is going to want to hold on to every calorie, every ounce of food that you put in it. You've heard of the term starvation mode. Your body literally doesn't know where the next meal is going to come from. So do not starve yourself on any of these restrictive diets, or any diet for that matter. Okay. The next thing is again, don't buy into the no carb or no fat free diet, because your body actually needs these nutrients to operate or to function properly. So when you start cutting out all of this stuff, you're not getting the nutrients that you need for your body to operate on. Okay. The next thing is the behavior itself. It's just not sustainable. I mean, look, I love salads, but I can't eat salad all day, every day for the rest of my life. That's just true, and most people can't. So, don't try to take on a diet where you have behaviors that you just hate. You just can't sustain it. All right. So there are some reasons why some of these diets fail us, or perhaps we fail them. They all have good intentions, no doubt about it. It's about losing weight and being healthy, but at the same time, don't put yourself in a situation that you can't sustain it and keep going, so to speak. So that is that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying hey, don't restrict yourself, have a little fun, have a cheat day every now and then, but be smart about what you put in your body. It really, really does make a difference. So I think we're going to take a break here coming up, and when we come back, I'm going to jump into summer superfoods. So come on back to the Health Hour right here in just a few minutes.
Lone Star Community Radio is FM. That's right. Set your radio dials and your button presets to Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1, coming in June of 2016. To celebrate this edition and the addition of video versions of our talk and music shows on YouTube, cable TV, and Our City TV, we are offering special sponsorships rates, which include free audio spots that are played throughout our broadcast. Interested? Check out our sponsor rates for shows just like the one you're listening to online at irlonestar.com/sponsor, or call the station at 936-647-5747. Reaching the people of Montgomery County with Montgomery County's community radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. I'm Mike Sasser, and I'm your host on the Health Hour. And this is a weekly show every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on Lone Star Community Radio. And we're coming at you from downtown Conroe, live today, sitting here in the studio, looking out, beautiful day, hot day out there. Talked about it in the first segment there, but if you're working outside, please stay hydrated, and if at all possible, you can take some cool down breaks. Do that as well. Take care of yourself, take care of your health, out there on the job, or hey, for that matter, if you're out there on a boat in the middle of Lake Conroe, you're still in this heat, and it's very dangerous. Okay, so watch out for dehydration. Keep yourself hydrated. Cool down a little bit, and take care of yourself out there. The Health Hour. What is it about? Well, it's an hour of health news that you can use. We talk about healthy things, healthy living, everything from nutrition to fitness. And what I try to do is share with you, the community out there here in Montgomery County and surrounding areas for that matter, just some health tips and things that I find on the internet, as well as some things that I've done in my life that I have lost weight. And so I wrote a book about it, Simple, Inexpensive, and Painless Weight Loss. It's out there on the marketplace, Amazon and whatnot. But anyway, I found some things that worked for me, and so I do a lot of research, and I read in the mornings, and I run across studies and articles, and that's what I do. I come in here once a week and I share them with you, and hopefully help your family and yourself stay healthy and fit, and hey, just overall happy. Life's too short not to be happy, and if you have your health, that's your health and your well-being. I say those are the most important things that you could have, because with that, hey, you can do anything else in life as long as you have those things in place there. So the Health Hour every Wednesday at 1 p.m. And hey, how do you get in contact with me? You might want to send me a question or a comment, or maybe you would like to, maybe you're into nutrition and weight loss and things like that, fitness, if you will. You might want to be a guest on the show. You may want to sponsor the show. You're like, wow, I've been listening to the Health Hour. Mike's got some pretty good information on there. It's a weekly show. It's a community show right here, Lone Star Community Radio. How do I get involved? How do I get in with the Health Hour? It's easy. Just go to my website. It's www.mikesasser.com, and click on Contact Mike. You can find my email is right there. It comes right up. That's the first part of the page, and it's a direct email right straight to me. So you can email me. I have a Facebook link. You can find me on Facebook there, as well as if you do the Twitter thing, I have my Twitter link as well. And just a couple clicks away, and guess what? You're in touch with me, and we can talk about whatever you would like to talk about. So, keep that in mind as we go on with the show. And by the way, you can also find us on the Lone Star website as well, and that's www.irlongstar.com. And the cool thing is we're internet based. We're going to continue to be internet based. So literally anywhere in the world that there's the internet, you can log on and listen. And that is what is so cool. I have some, friends and family that listen in Louisiana and Canada and whatnot. Wherever you have the internet, you can listen to the show. You can catch the podcast as well. Every show is recorded, and the podcasts are available on the Lone Star Community website, as well as my website. So all of that is available to you. Just it's very cool. And then in a couple of weeks, we're going to be on FM. So you can find us at FM 104.5 or 106.1. Out driving around Conroe, Woodlands. So you can reach out a pretty good way. So you'll actually be able to listen to us on your FM dial, in your car, in your boat, on your motorcycle. Hey, wherever it's at. So a lot of really neat things are happening here at Lone Star, and we're really glad to be here and to do a show for you. So, hey, just talked about why strict diets don't work. Why you might lose weight in the beginning, and then at least for me, speaking for myself, because I've tried quite a few of those diets out there. I always seemed to put the weight back on, and was either A, because I couldn't sustain it, or B, because I went back to my old habits. I didn't enjoy it, and that's the main thing is got to find something that strike a balance, if you will. Enjoy enjoy it. Diet doesn't mean, it starts with the word die. It doesn't mean you have to die. Okay, diet is strictly, what you're eating and that type of stuff. So, moving on is next segment that I want to, or next thing that I want to talk about is summer superfoods and weight loss. We're here. You might as well say in the middle of summer. I mean, here we are already July, first week in July. July 4th is already behind us. I hope you had a happy and safe 4th of July, by the way. And, it was a hot one, but good deal. So here are some superfoods. And again, this is one of my favorite subjects because I love this, nutrition wise, and it helped me cut out a lot of junk food eating, if you will, too. So let me share some things with you that I found in this article. And basically, fish is a big one, okay? Especially you fishermen out there, that spring and summer, that's time to go fishing. And that's when they're biting and you catch fish. So any type of fish that is, of course, fresh, the fresher, the better, But let's say you go to the grocery store and you're buying salmon or whatever type of fish you like. The biggest thing to do is to try to get as fresh as possible. You might want to ask the fine folks there behind the meat counter. When was the fish caught? How's it shipped? I mean, if it's in the grocery store, certainly they didn't go catch it themselves. So it might be a good idea to ask some questions about how fresh is it? How is it shipped? And that type of stuff. One thing that I've read is in buying fish is you want to stay away from if you see farmed, raised fish, okay? And you think about it, I mean, I know that's how a lot of fish comes to market and everything, but literally, I mean, we're talking about these big ponds and stocked with thousands and thousands of fish, and they feed them, kind of almost like the big chicken farms and stuff like that too. They feed them and raise them to get them to market, okay? So I'm not saying that they're terribly bad for you, but what I'm saying is, if you can avoid them, try to stay with fresh caught, wild caught, or even just good, fresh fish there in a deli. So that's a good superfood, summer superfood right there. Second was sprouts. Now I really just kind of stumbled onto Brussels sprouts. I never knew in my life that I'd be eating Brussels sprouts. I didn't think I'd like them, but I found them, of all things, in these little steamable frozen bags, that you can just stick in the microwave for 4 or 5 minutes and steam them. And I found that they make a great side. And all of these frozen vegetables, by the way, they're flash frozen, so you don't lose any nutrients or anything. Now, you don't want to, I've talked about this in past shows, but you don't want to get the ones that, have the sauces mixed in with them and that type of stuff, because then you're getting into sodiums, you're getting into sugars, added sugars and things like that. But get just the plain flash frozen vegetables, steamable bags. Very convenient, very quick, and you can do that. But sprouts like alfalfa, wheatgrass, peas, broccoli. Didn't really know, I guess broccoli's a sprout. But anyway, those are some things that you can mix into your summertime meals as well. My all-time favorite, it seems like I talk about this one every week, but here it is once again on yet another list, and that's blueberries. Blueberries are in season. They are super high in fiber as well as vitamin C. These are, antioxidants, very good for you. And the thing that I love about them is they're convenient. You can wash them, put them there in front of your refrigerator, easy to get to. Stops you from grabbing a bag of M&Ms, okay? And they're sweet, and they can be mixed in so many things. I made a garden salad the other day, like lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, all your normal garden stuff and everything. And I thought, well, let me add some blueberries, kind of make it, give it a little sweet taste. And it was just absolutely delicious. It was good. Another berry is strawberries. Strawberries are in season. They're easy to get. You can find them many times on sale at the grocery store, and they also have vitamin C in them, which is a great source of of nutritional value for you. One of the all-time summer favorites I know is watermelon. Okay, watermelon. I did not know this, but I guess that's where it gets its name from. But 92% of melon or watermelon is basically water. So you can also use it as a means of hydration. Okay, it has minerals. It has natural sugars in it, so it's good for the body. It also has. I didn't know this. Watermelon has calcium and magnesium as well as potassium. All of these are good nutrients for your body. So another one of my favorites is avocados. Avocados, summertime veggie. You can mix them into all kinds of different meals and foods and things. I love avocados and eggs, believe it or not. Now we'll tell you one thing about avocados is they're pretty dense in calories. So I wouldn't say go out and eat a bag of avocados every day, okay? But they have a lot of nutritional value and something very easy that you can mix into your your daily meals and things like that. So hey, we're at break time. So I've got a few more. So I want you to come back and check out a few more of these. And so listen to these fine commercials, and we'll be right back. The Health Hour.
I know you know this already, but most of the shows on Lone Star Community Radio are available in podcast format. If you want to keep up with the latest shows, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lone Star Community Radio, and our website at irlonestar.com. You can even follow us on SoundCloud and Twitter to see the latest posts from Lone Star Community Radio. Can't find a show? Then just search for it on irlonestar.com in the search bar to the top right of every page. Or just contact us on irlonestar.com/contact us with your questions, demands, sponsorships, anything. Lone Star Community Radio is your Montgomery County community radio station.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour with Mike Sasser. And guess what? I am Mike Sasser. I'm your host. And we're here every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio. Radio for Montgomery County and kind of like all surrounding areas, because guess what? We are... we own internet, so you can listen to us on your mobile device, on your iPod, on your laptop. Maybe you're at work, and you got your earbuds plugged in, and while you're typing away or whatever, you're listening to the show, and that's great. We love for you to listen, and we love to hear from you. How do you get in touch with me? If you have a question, you have a comment, you want to sponsor the show, maybe you work in the health type industry and stuff. You want to be a guest on the show, go to MikeSasser.com. That's MikeSasser.com. And click on my Contact Mike page, and you can email me direct there. You can find my Facebook link there, as well as my Twitter link there. And all of that comes, my phone is sitting right here on the table, and all of that would come to me like instantly. We live in a world of, instant nowadays. And boom, it's come up on my phone right here, and check it out, and try to get the answer to your question or comment or whatever, whatever you'd like to talk about. So the Health Hour, what is it about? Well, every week, every Wednesday, we come at you 1 p.m. and it's an hour of health news you can use. Everything from different stories that maybe some new studies that are coming out with everything from nutritional to just well-being and healthy type lifestyles. Myself, I'm an author. I'm a local author. I live here in Montgomery County, and about a year ago, almost a year ago, I published my first book, and that was Simple, Inexpensive, Painless Weight Loss. And it's really my true story, because I dealt with weight issues all my life, and I I just decided I was going to try to figure out on my own, and I'll put it this way: I come up with a pretty good deal. It works for me. I've put it out there on Amazon. I've got a few people who have looked at it and read it and got some good reports back on that as well. And so that's that's out there, and that's kind of how this show came about. I want to share information with you and your family, to keep you healthy, keep you in good shape, and just overall, happy, just be happy. So anyway, that's what the Health Hour is about. And today's show, I we started out with talking about the strict diets and why they don't work, and I've been through many of those, and then we started talking about the summer superfoods for weight loss, and got a couple more. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, or you're just hearing about the Health Hour, don't worry, because all of these shows are podcasts. They're recorded, and we keep them via podcast at Longstar's website, which is are you ready? Write this down: www.irlongstar.com. You can check them out there. Or, hey, go to MikeSasser.com. I post a link there as well, and boom, you can go back and you can listen to any of the past shows that we've done over the, I want to say almost 3 months now. So, time is really flying. So that's what I'm talking about is, summer superfoods, and just do a little recap for you. We talked about fish, certainly fish is in season, so to speak. Blueberries, one of my favorite all-time superfoods of the superfood group. Strawberries, another favorite. You can mix these things in with salads. You can mix them in with yogurts. Quick tip on yogurt, by the way, though: get the plain Greek yogurt. Any of the yogurts out there that are already flavored, guess what? You've got added sugar. Read that nutrition label. You might be surprised that little bitty cup of yogurt can contain almost an entire day's worth of sugar, which is recommended around 25 grams of sugar per day, about 6 teaspoons of sugar per day. So I have seen yogurts out there that contain as much as 21 grams of sugar in that one little small pack of yogurt. So be careful, be aware of that. Okay, watermelon was another good one that's out there and in season, and you can find them any grocery store, even on the side of the road in some places and stuff, and that's probably as fresh as you can get. Avocados is another one of my favorites. Here's one that I didn't think about. I love them, I enjoy them, but I don't know that I really had these in as a superfood group, but peaches. Peaches are in season, and what does peaches have to offer? Basically, they're fairly low in calories. Okay, they said 39 calories per 100 grams, and then they're high in fiber. Fiber is very important as far as keeping you, let's just say, keeping you regular, if you will. So peaches is a great source, and they're July to September, good time for peaches and stuff. So look for those on sale in your supermarkets and whatnot. And another one, and I haven't had this in quite a while, but I love these things as well, and that's kiwis. Again, these are some things that are just kind of out there that maybe you don't think about, but 2 to 3 kiwis can improve your good cholesterol, according to this report. And who doesn't want to reduce or lower their bad cholesterol and increase or improve their good cholesterol? So kiwis is a good source for that. And that's some of your superfoods out there that are available. It's summertime. If you happen to notice, a lot of these are very refreshing as well on a hot summer day like today. Your watermelon, your strawberries, and things like that. So superfoods that can help you out nutrition-wise, weight loss-wise during the summer months. And just getting out there and walking too a little bit and being active in this heat. Let's just face it, you're going to sweat, okay? And if you're sweating and you're moving, you're burning calories, and that's going to help out with your weight, your weight loss goals as well. So that's a little bit about that. Now, here's what I want to talk about next, and I do this just about every week, almost every week. But I get the restaurant reports from the local Montgomery County health inspectors. They go out there and inspect, the restaurants all over Montgomery County, and you just think about what kind of task that is. How many restaurants? Not only restaurants, by the way, restaurants, schools, anywhere there's food preparation and things like that going on. These fine folks, they go out and inspect these locations to make sure that that they're keeping things clean and healthy for our overall health and well-being. Because we go to these places and eat. It seems like every restaurant I pass by these days has cars in the parking lot. The fact of life is nowadays we eat out a lot, and we eat out in restaurants. So these people are out there helping keep us healthy and things like that. So what I always like to do is I like to start out with a positive. And so I'm going to share with you some restaurants out there that this last week, and again, these reports, I get them like every Friday, usually Friday at noon or at the latest around Monday or so. And these are the reports from that week. So these reports, these places were inspected last week, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Okay. So let's start with the restaurants that scored 100%, which is a perfect score. I mean, there were no issues when the inspector was out there, looking at these restaurants and going through them and things like that. And so I like to give them a pat on the back for the people that work at the restaurants, and because you think about it, they are preparing a lot of food. There's a lot of things that you have to look out for, in running a restaurant. And these folks scored a perfect score. So first on the list is Cracker Barrel here in Conroe. They're on 45 on the southbound side, and they scored a 100%. So congratulations to Cracker Barrel. Another one, Pizza Hut in Porter. 100%. Now you might say, well, Mike, okay, the health hour, and you're talking about pizza and things like that. Again, fact of life is we eat out of these restaurants. Myself, I get a pizza every now and then. We do that. Again, you don't want to lock yourself into some kind of diet plan that's gonna that you hate, and in my opinion, restrict you from foods that you like. You just have to, keep moderation and be aware of how some of these foods, if you continue to eat them, what they're going to do to your health and do to your weight. But Pizza Hut in Porter, congratulations, 100%. All right, Popeye's Chicken in Kingwood. All right, another one, fast food. Think about all the time that these people are, going through the drive-through and all the chicken they serve and all of that, 100%. Good job. Tokyo Gardens in the Woodlands, another 100% perfect score. And this is one of my go-to places, especially when I'm on the road and things like that, is Subway. And this particular one in Conroe on College Park, 100%. So congrats out to the folks out there at Subway and everything for that. Now, the ones that didn't do so well, okay, I've got those for you, but you know what? Going to take a break first. So when we come back off a break, I'm going to share with you the local restaurants that didn't score 100%. So come on back.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, and we are looking for talk show hosts and volunteer DJs for our music shows. Are you interested in having your own talk show on Lone Star, or have you always wanted to live out your dreams of being a music DJ? With the addition of Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and video aspects of our talk shows, we are needing people to grow with us. If you or someone you know might be interested, please contact us online at irlonestar.com/contact us, or call the station at 936-647-5747 for more information.
Hey, welcome back to the Health Hour. I'm Mike Sasser, your host, and I'm your host every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio, right here in Conroe, Texas. We are right here on Main Street, and pretty day. It's a hot day out there. But yeah, we're doing this live. It's not like it's pre-recorded in some big city somewhere or something like that. Right here, your local community radio station, and the Health Hour. What's it about? Well, we talk about nutrition and just kind of overall health and well-being. Try to get it out to the community. We look at things that are local, as well as some of the different types of studies that I read, or articles that I read, on everything from weight loss to again, nutrition, superfoods like we've been talking about today, diets that are out there. I try to keep up with some of the trending diets, and I guess the good parts about them and the bad parts about them, or whatever. But anyway, I try to share all this with you out there in the local community, and so that's what the Health Hour is about. How do you get in touch with the Health Hour? How do you get in touch with Mike? Well, I'll tell you, MikeSasser.com. It's that simple. We're on the internet right now. You're probably listening on maybe a mobile device or your computer, but just go to MikeSasser.com. Click on Contact Mike, and boom, you can email me. You can find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter. All of those are available to you. And guess what? Lone Star Community Radio, you're about to be able to find us on FM. That's right, your FM dial. Coming up in a couple of weeks, we're going to be on FM 104.5 as well as 106.1. And then you can listen right there in your car or boat, wherever you have that FM radio. We'll be out there, and we will still be on the internet as well. And why is that important? Because we podcast our show. So, if you missed it, if you're just tuning in to half the show, you wonder what we talked about the first part of the show, go to my website, go to www.irlongstar.com, and check out the podcast. They're available to you anytime, day, night, weekends. Listen to them in your pajamas if you like. Okay, so anyway, I was in the middle of a segment here that I like to call the restaurant reports, and these are local restaurants here in Montgomery County. They are inspected by the fine folks there at Montgomery County health inspectors. The health department. Talked about the restaurants out there that made the 100%, the perfect scores. Now, going to share with you some of the restaurants that didn't quite make 100. As a matter of fact, I checked the restaurants that was 90 or below. And so, hey, the restaurants that did not do so good last week while the inspector was there. First one on the list is Taco Bell in Conroe on College Park out there. Scored 86 on their inspection. All right. Place called Kitty's Homestyle Cafe in Magnolia. They also scored 86 on their inspection last week. Now, I'm going to share the scores with you, and maybe you go to these restaurants, or you thought about going to these restaurants. Well, guess what? If you go there, you can request their inspection report. If they don't have it posted, I honestly don't know if it's required to be posted, but I do know you can request it, and they should be able to show you their latest health report or inspection from the Montgomery County Health Department. So go check it out. If you're going to a restaurant, say, hey, ask for the managers. May I just take a look at your latest health report, and you can see what's going on with that restaurant and things like that. Okay, another place, and again, these people inspect anywhere there is food being processed, and Tampico's Meat Market in Pinehurst scored 80%. All right. Pho B Noodle House on Sawdust, 85%. And again, these are recent scores last week. Okay, and then I guess let's say the come on people. All right, award this week goes to Gura de Sol and the Woodlands. Okay, this is a Brazilian type restaurant where they kind of carve the meat off, and you can eat all that you want, matter of fact. But they scored a 75% last week. And so I did look into this one just a little bit more. And, okay, I felt like I've got to share this with you. And, I'm sure that they getting on top of things and getting this all straight, because it's a nice restaurant. It's just their own research for us. Nice restaurant. But they scored a 75%, and one of the notations was dead roaches were found. That's just not a good thing when you're going out to a place to eat, and especially not a good thing when the health inspector is coming to see you. So there is the restaurant reports. Like I said, go out there. If you eat at these restaurants, check them out, ask for their inspections, and see what's going on with them out there. So restaurant reports, try to do those every week for you as well. And looking at the grocery ads, H.E.B. I stopped in there earlier today. Again, I'm looking for some things that are healthy for you and your family, and lo and behold, we talked about this earlier in the show in our superfoods, summertime superfoods for weight loss is, you guessed it, blueberries. There they are on sale at H.E.B. And by the way, this is H.E.B. right here in Conroe, off of 45 or Fraser North Fraser, if you will. So although it's a grocery chain, it's out of a local store here. And another thing I call it was boneless, skinless chicken breast. Chicken, we all know, a great source of protein, and especially when you're getting rid of the skin and that type of stuff. You can grill these things. There's many ways to prepare them. Put them over salads. You can make a lot of meals out of chicken breasts, and they have a great sale on them as well. It does require a $10 purchase, okay? But check them out there at H.E.B. So that's just a couple of things there that I picked up on out of their weekly ad. And by the way, these ads come out every Wednesday. That's why I kind of like to do them, because this ad here, these sale items are good from today to next Tuesday, and then a whole new ad to come out, whole new weekly ad. So that's kind of how the weekly grocery store ads work. Hey, I want to tell you a little bit about next week's show coming up, because I'm pretty excited about this. I have a special guest with me next week, and her name is Corey Shriver. Okay, she's a VP of Texas State Olympics weightlifting, and she's going to be live in the studio. We're going to talk about what it takes for training and fitness and things like that. So she's here next week, next Wednesday at 1 p.m. All right. So again, how do you get in touch with me? MikeSasser.com. Send me your questions. Send me your comments. If you'd like to sponsor the show, I'd really like to talk to you. And thank you for listening to the show this week. Got to get out of here, okay? So have a great week. Watch out for the heat. Stay hydrated. And see you next Wednesday. Another edition of the Health Hour with Mike Sasser.
Thanks for checking out this production of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. For more information on this show and other shows on Lone Star Community Radio, check us out online at irlonestar.com. If you're interested in sponsoring a program on Lone Star Community Radio and reaching the local audience of Montgomery County on FM, internet, TV, media, please call 936-647-5747 or contact us online at irlonestar.com. This recording is a Lone Star Community Radio production produced by the show host and Dick Schishler of Lone Star Community Radio. Interested in volunteering as a music DJ or starting your own talk show? Contact Dick Schishler at dick@irlonestar.com or by phone at 936-647-5747.